Medical bills are one of the leading causes of debt in this country, a burden that can sometimes be devastating. Martha Teichner has word of a unique charity starting to make a dent in all that debt.
RIP medical debt, that sounds like a scam.
Natasha Pemso, a preschool teacher and mother of 4 living in Covington, Georgia, received her letter in October 2021.
We're sending this letter to you to share the good news.
It sounded too good to be true. The $1,500 medical debt for her son Michael's emergency room visit way back in 2011 suddenly erased.
And it said abolished. I said abolished. Okay, I know what that means.
But this was no scam.
I just kept picking up the letter and reading it over and over again. Like, this is amazing.
How amazing? Since 2014, RIP medical debt has abolished more than $9.5 billion worth of medical bills for more than 6 million American families. How it came to exist is the story of a massive change of heart that began here, of all places, in New York City's Zuccotti Park during the Occupy Wall Street protests of 2011.
I have never experienced so much energy in my life.
Jerry Ashton and a friend, both of them executives in the debt collection business, dropped in on the protesters. The experience upended their lives.
When they discovered that there were bill collectors in Occupy Wall Street, they came to me in Craig Antico and said, could you help us go to the debt market and buy that debt so that we can forgive it and publicize it?
In 2014, Ashton and Antico turned the concept into RIP Medical Debt, a charity that buys up delinquent medical debt at pennies on the dollar, just as debt collectors do, meaning even small donations have a big impact.
We take $1 and turn it into at least $100 of medical debt relief by acting like a for-profit debt buyer.
Allison Sesso is president and CEO of RIP Medical Debt.
Once we get our hands on those debts, we identify people that are 400% of poverty, or if the debt is 5% or more of someone's income.
As it happens, Natasha Pemsel's $1,500 debt is just about the average amount that RIP relieves.
You'd be surprised. It's not large amounts of money oftentimes that people are struggling under. Sometimes the debts we relieve are $500, $1,000, $2,000.
1 in every 5 households does have some medical debt in the U.S.
Yes, 1 in 5. Dr. Steffi Woolhandler is a professor of public health at New York's Hunter College who has studied medical debt. How big a factor is medical debt in bankruptcies in this country?
Well, medical illness and medical bills contribute to the majority of all U.S. bankruptcies.
Just how much medical debt is out there? Prepare to be shocked.
80 to 120 billion of it.
In any given year?
Yeah, at this moment.
Compared with the $9.5 billion of medical debt RIP has abolished.
RIP is not the solution. RIP is a charity that sweeps up after the parade. The healthcare system is producing more people with unpayable debt than we can even handle.
It is disheartening when you work and you contribute to society and you pay your taxes and you're a law-abiding citizen, and then if something happens to you or your children, it's earth-shattering.
For Natasha Pemsel, though, what RIP medical debt has been able to achieve is a kind of miracle.
It makes anyone who is doubting, is there any good in the world still? It gives you hope that there is good somewhere.